Hello, it's Michiano again from CNC College in Carter, St. Louis, Missouri. And I was telling about some gangster tales, some real life street tale, gangster tales. And ducey was a big homeboy. He was a big homeboy, been a big homeboy for a long ass time. Now in the 90s, he got on where I'm talking about he was 100 racks strong, cash, like living that life. The nigga, first nigga I ever seen before I seen a nigga on TV with a chain, with a charm, and it had diamonds in it. It had carats in it. I seen him with that shit on Penrose. And the homeboy used to have, I used to be making moves with the homeboy. He'd come get me and ask me to follow him while he do, make his little drops and pickups. And I, you know what I'm saying, I be hammered up, pulled up, following in the car. And he go pick this up and drop this off, sell a 9 here, sell a half a brick here, sell a whole thing over here. And he'd come back, give me the money, put the money in the glove box of the car that I'm driving. And he'd take, peel some hundreds off, give me, 5, 6, 700, or a stack or two, depending on, what I'm saying, how he was feeling. But, this was my dude, and, he knew, I already had a reputation. So he knew, like, fucking with me, he was well protected. I wasn't finna let shit happen to him. And we gonna make it back home. As long as I got something to do with the shit. So, after Pooh get killed, ducey come on the set, and he actually threatened Big Michi and another homeboy who wasn't seeing eye to eye with KP. KP is King Pooh. And tell them, with a gun in his hand, I better not find out y'all had nothing to do with this. Kill you. Pointing the gun in the nigga's face. And didn't kill him. Just let him walk away like shit was nothing. So later on that day, I didn't left the house and came down on the set because somebody called me and told me that they had a line on the niggas that's supposed to kill Pooh. So I get down on the set, I go on Mary over Charlotte house, and ducey, Dre, he over here in this Audi A8 with some Rambo shit on the back seat and the front seat. It's guns and clips on the seat. I tell the nigga, I say, hey, cuz, listen. I just need some whips, some gas money, and some money for the bullets. And cause I ain't gonna be able to hustle, man. I'm not hustling doing shit till I find these niggas that did that shit to Pooh. He was like, cuz, don't even worry about it. I already got a couple charges on the way up here. Alright, cuz. And D phone rang, he answered the phone. He like, yeah, okay, alright. Yeah, give me a minute. And he say, hey, meet you. Drop me off at the crib real quick. Good. I said, okay, let's go. We go jump in my ride. We drive around off Mary and drive around. I drop him off on a small block. And when I leave the small street, I'm going through Fairground Park. And I hear these shots go off. And then my phone rings. It's a Memphis number calling me. I answer the phone. It's my little bro, Ice. And he like, man, Dre dead. I'm like, Dre dead? What Dre? He like, nigga, Dre, that nigga I Dre. And I'm like, I'm thinking of the little homeboy Dre, Lil Dre. Cause I just got through talking to Ducey, Big Dre. And I'm like, man, I tell Ice, I'm like, cuz I just left him over there, cuz ain't no way. I'm like, man, how the fuck is he dead? And then my next thought was, is these niggas, who the fuck is we beefing with? Because one, they done took out Pooh, and Pooh was a money man. And then I'm thinking like, now they done killed Dre. Dre a plug and a money man. So if these two niggas is out the picture, then the motherfuckers that's gonna be buying the guns and buying the cars, so that's the, you know what I'm saying, slide in and shit, and take care and keep money in our pocket while we just out working and not staying on the set in one place hustling. I'm like, man, if these niggas is methodologically trying to take us out one by one, eliminate us, and this shit make me buck paranoid. And then what happened to Dre. Like I told you, he put that gun in Michi's face and told him he'd kill him. He found out he had something to do with that. Michi then came back around him with a 38. He walked up the Charlotte house. Dre and several other homeboys was on the porch. And Michi called Dre off the porch. This what Michi told me. He called him off the porch because he wasn't finna shoot Charlotte house up or no shit like that. He say, man, I raised my shirt up. I said, nigga, I ain't got no gun or nothing. Nigga, come down here and holler at me, cuz. Damn. What's up with that shit? He said he told you what's up with that shit earlier, man. You put a gun on me, cuz, tell me you would kill me, man. Man, we got history, cuz. That's how it is between us. Damn, it's like that. And he said Dre was saying some shit like, man, you know what it is, man. You know that shit personal, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, okay, people, you know, was having like disagreements and shit. He was like, man, that shit personal or some shit, he said. And then Michi say he pushed the nigga. Boom. And when he pushed the nigga stumbled back like 3-4 steps. And Dre tried to pull off this fat ass eagle on Michi. But he, you know, discombobulated and trying to catch his balance and shit. Michi say when he pushed the nigga goddamn me fall down on the motherfucking ground. No, he said he stumbled about to fall. He just said he reached in the small of his back, grabbed that motherfucking 38, put him motherfucker out. Bah, 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 bah. Then he stood over him and hit him 2 more times in the forehead, which was crazy, man. So I seen that shit. I then came back on Mary, and when I got on Mary, big ass crowd, police detectives, ambulance. I stopped the car because I can't drive through all that shit. And let the window down. I see the little homeboy. I asked him, man, cuz. I see Miller. Cuz, what the fuck is going on? He's like, cuz, one fucker came through from outside of the house and caught two Ducey on the sidewalk. And I'm like, what? How the fuck he get that off? He ain't already dead? He like, man, yeah, motherfucker came outside the house, caught him on the sidewalk. I looked down there to a Charlotte house, 2 Ducey still on the fucking ground. And the medical examiner or the ambulance, whoever they was, they bring the gurney over, break it down and lower it down, then they pick him up, put him on their boot, Then they put him on there and they pushed cuz right past me to put him in the bus that's like behind me a little bit. And I saw the holes in his forehead, and the meat sticking up where the holes went in at. And I was just like, God damn, man, this shit fucking crazy, man. And I'm not believing in my mind like some nigga done did this shit and came through the game where he did it. It's just not settling with me, period. I'm like, man, everybody over here know. Any motherfucker don't be over here, or anybody come through any game where you looking crazy, dump on their ass. Yeah. That's how we do over there. But anyway, so I starting to get phone calls and shit later on that night, like, man, you alright? I'm like, yeah, I'm alright. And they like, what the fuck you done did, man? I'm like, man, I ain't did shit. But of course, it's Big Meech, whose name is trending, and people is confusing me with him, because if you know Michi from CNC, and you just know me, and you heard about Michi on CNC, you gonna think me. And if you just know Michi, Big Michi, you gonna think Big Michi, even if they talking about me. That's something that we and him been going through forever. But I digress. Later on that year, I get locked up for a bulletproof vest, a tactical vest, a 9mm Beretta, stolen sheriff gun, and a Draco, a 7.62 rifle, with the stock cut off. What they call a Draco now. This was August 2012, and I had to go to the feds for 60 months. They told the homicide wanted to question me about Dre's murder because the camera from the Chinaman on West Florissant and Mary has my car leaving from off Mary like so many minutes prior to it happening. And when they questioned me about the shit, I'm like, man, if you see my car left 8 to 10 minutes prior to the killing, what could you possibly have to ask me, or what could you possibly think I know? I was gone. And that was the end of that. And, R.I.P. Dre and R.I.P. Big Meech. See, Meech, in the streets, once you got a reputation, and you done did a lot to get the reputation you got, you can't let nobody smear your name, put no bullshit on your name. And that's how it is in these streets, man. Dudes willing to kill for that shit, for their respect and their honor, and keep the integrity. You can't disrespect that or be on no bullshit with that. Caught on nigga he faking, tell a nigga he a bitch, or none of that. Like, it's high pace out here, man, and life is cheap in these streets, man. You get killed for looking at somebody's car. Can. And it was bad because, one, I'm gonna say this, I definitely shouldn't have been looking for the dudes that did that to prove, because I didn't have the capabilities that police officers and detectives have to question people and gather information and check sources and make sure the information is reliable. And I can't do that. I'm just going by hearsay. And hearsay, hearsay curiosity killed the cat. Hearsay killed the other cat, the next cat. Because it's just, like rumors. I mean, you heard who did that? He did what? Where that nigga be at? Who was that nigga? Who he using kin to? Who ride with that dude? Like, sometimes it be like, fuck him, whoever ride with him, we just go crush shit. It's a bad lifestyle, man. I promise you, man. You do not want to be a gangster. Because you got to stand on shit for real. Like you swing that motherfucking pipe. Motherfuckers goddamn, motherfuckers respect that shit. Like, I can remember having to pull that big ass 1911 out on my little, my sister-in-law baby daddy one night. The night after me and Tamika, the night me and Tamika got married. Stupid shit happened. And we were in the house, upstairs, minding our business, drinking some Ciroc, partying, celebrating and shit. And this nigga was across the street, had my sister-in-law over at Bro House, Chi House. And he was whooping our ass because the next door neighbor came beating on our door, crying, Michi, man, do something, man. He whooping her, man. He beating her up and shit, man. Man, please do something. So I go upstairs, tell my wife, listen, dude over there whooping Joanna's ass at Chi House. I say, go over there, knock on that door, and when the door opens, tell Joanna, bring her ass home. Don't say nothing to nobody else in there. Just tell her, let's go. Come on, come home. So she go past me and hit the steps. I grab up on for the fifth, cock that motherfucker, make sure it's one in the head, put it on my hip, go down the steps, go out the door, go down the porch steps, go down the other steps, go through the gate, start walking across the street, headed to the Chi House. Tamika is on the porch and she's knocking on the door. The door opens and the person who opened the door was my sister-in-law's baby daddy. And he said some shit to Tamika. The fuck is you want? I've been waiting on you to say some shit or have something to do something, waiting on you to get out of line. Some shit he said. And I was like, man, who the fuck is you talking to? Nigga. And he looked at me like, and walked out the door, then he walked to the porch steps, and he kind of sat at the top of the porch steps, and he looking me up and down, and he like, and he started coming down the steps. And when he started coming down the steps, that's when I pulled the motherfucking hammer out. The nigga looked at me and said, nigga, you better shoot me. You better shoot me. You better shoot me. I'm looking at this nigga like, why I'm finna shoot this nigga at? Then I remember, this is a 1911 45 caliber handgun, Lion of the Desert. The baddest motherfucking handgun ever created. And I was like, shit, I can't even Get this nigga no flesh wrong with this motherfucker graze. This nigga touch him in the arm with it, hit him in the leg or nothing. This shit gonna be messy. You know, and I'm like, man, I ain't finna go back to jail fucking with this lame ass nigga. And what I ended up doing was pointing a gun at him and walking towards him. He sat his ass down on them steps, and I stood in front of him and put that barrel right in front of his motherfucking eyes, and you can see how big that motherfucking hole was. I told him, I said, you think I'm playing with you, don't you? Then as I was backing up to leave, I go through the gate and I turn back around, and this nigga said something and started walking towards me, and I pointed towards that nigga, pointed that gun at that nigga, and I aimed that motherfucker up a little bit over his head, and I let one go. Boom! This shit sound like a fucking cannon, like a cannon on a pirate ship. Boom! This nigga goddamn, he sat his ass back down quick as a motherfucker. And then I ain't had no problems out there, dude, after that. None of us did. But you know what I'm saying? I started to get him, but I knew that if I did, somebody had came over there and shot at him one day. And I was like, shit, man, it'll be the perfect time if I wanted to hit his ass to do it. It's already been reported that somebody else came through this motherfucker and took a shot at his ass. And I ain't want to do nothing to that dude, man. Cause he got a daughter, man, Chloe. I love her to death. That's like my practice daughter. But that's it for the tales that I have. That's it. That's all I have to tell tonight. I'll give you I'll make another video with some other shit, some prison content, some shit about what happened during the 15 years I served in a maximum state prison, and the 5 years I served in a medium federal prison facility. So, peace for now.